बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। तो आज का हमारा क्लास है। लास्ट क्लास में स्टार्ट किया था द केमिकल शिफ्ट इन द एनएमआर स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी। आज हम थोड़ा और डिस्कस करेंगे एंड देयर विल आल्सो लिटिल बिट कमेंट अपॉन द एनएमआर स्केल इन द एनएमआर द स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी। तो जो आज पहली बार इस लेक्चर को सुन रहे हैं, इट इज़ बेटर कि आपको पिछला वाला लेक्चर है प्लीज इसको फॉलो करें। ओके, सो केमिकल शिफ्ट मेजरमेंट, हम केमिकल शिफ्ट एनएमआर में कैसे मेजर करते हैं। केमिकल शिफ्ट हमने लास्ट टाइम पे बोला था कि किसी भी प्रोटॉन का जो है एनएमआर में जो हम मेजरमेंट लेते हैं, इट इज एब्जॉर्प्शन फ्रीक्वेंसी दैट इज विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू सम स्टैंडर्ड। सो बेसिकली दैट वी कॉल्ड एज अ केमिकल शिफ्ट। तो हमने जैसे बोला था कि हम लोग बेसिकली गेट एन फ्रॉम द इंस्ट्रूमेंट विल गेट अ ग्राफ which is like the graph is like we have at this end, मैं इसको इसके साथ बना रहा हूँ, this TMS and this is our graph. Okay, look here, this is your TMS value. हमने बोला था we are using an internal standard tetramethylsilane. Its chemical shift value is arbitrarily fixed as 0. ये हमने डिस्कस किया था because of its some properties. For example, we discussed that we take its value as 0 because it has those 12 protons. So हमने कहा था कि ये सिलिकॉन जो है इसमें there are those 4 methyl groups and since this is highly electropositive, so it donates the electrons towards the 4 methyl groups sigma electron density that leads to this high shielding of these CH3 at CH3. So that's 12 protons and that's why it has a high, very long peak height is pretty much. And उसके बाद हमने बोला था कि इसमें 0 इसलिए लेते हैं कि because when shielding is there, a lot of shielding, so we say that since the shielding है, it will experience less magnetic field. That means the frequency of absorption will be less as per this formula. So frequency of absorption less means it will be close to the 0. Now it's arbitrarily fixed at 0. तो स्केल में हम जो है ये important यहाँ 0 वैल्यूज को ले लेते हैं and then this is, let us see, 2, this is 4, this is your 6, 8, this is 10, this is the NMR scale. और ये जो x axis है, now this is the intensity of the peak, x axis this is called as chemical shift. अगेन मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि जो फर्स्ट टाइम क्लास if you're actually watching this lecture, please look at the previous lecture about the chemical shift in NMR spectroscopy. वहीं से हमने इसको कंटिन्यू किया है. Now this is scale. फिर केमिकल शिफ्ट को हमने छोड़ा था यहाँ पे. केमिकल शिफ्ट बेसिकली हमने कहा विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू दिस NMR सिग्नल, जहां भी पीक आएगी प्रोटॉन्स की, सो विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू दैट दिस TMS, so that basically value is called as a chemical shift. So we call this is called as chemical shift. So this, how is this measured? So chemical shift is basically expressed as, so it is expressed in terms of delta value. So that delta value is equivalent to, so it's equivalent to the frequency where a given proton absorbs, frequency of sample, minus the frequency of standard tetramethylsilane. So this is your with respect to tetramethylsilane divided by the operating frequency of the instrument in hertz. Operating frequency of the instrument in hertz. आप so megahertz यूज कर सकते हैं. Let's use megahertz here. Operating frequency of the instrument, megahertz. Fine. So then let us say that example. Let's we have an instrument which is operating at जो earlier times होता था 100 megahertz, अब तो 400 भी है, 500, 800. Let us say it was 100 megahertz. An instrument is operating at a frequency of 800 megahertz. हम वो वाला इंस्ट्रूमेंट यूज करते हैं. And let us see the TMS. With respect to TMS, the peak of the sample or proton with respect to TMS is observed at. Since it is with respect to TMS, that's basically it is this Vs minus, it is 0. So if we say this value is Let us see the peak value is around 200 megahertz. So that is with respect to TMS. So it's basically this minus 0. So that's with respect to TMS. Fine. So we can calculate the delta value. That is your this by operating frequency. That is 200 megahertz. Divided by the operating frequency 100 megahertz. So this number which you will get from here, this number, so which is about 2, which is this 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. If you convert this megahertz quantity into the hertz, so it is multiplied by 10 to the power minus 6. Fine, it's 10 to the power minus 6. So this is your hertz quantity. Now this number, that's 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 hertz, that you multiplied by 10 to the power 6. So it's convert this number into a much better, easy number which can be handled easily. That's basically parts per million. So this becomes basically the 2 parts per million. So this is 2 parts, 2 ppm. So basically the chemical shift value now is ppm. That's why in the formula we write delta is equal to, this is chemical shift is equal to frequency of sample minus frequency of TMS by this multiplied by 10 to the power 6. This is how basically the chemical shift is expressed in the NMR scale. उसके बाद it's very important to say that the chemical shift is independent of operating frequency. So because operating frequency instrument की fix है, so it is basically independent of operating frequency. So this chemical shift value, it is independent of operating frequency of instrument, but very important है, it depends on the solvent used. बहुत important है. जैसे मैंने लास्ट क्लास में बोला था कि जब हम सैंपल का NMR लेते हैं, we have to use some deuterated solvent along with the standard. So which solvent you are using, that the frequency of the signal vary. So it depends on solvent used, and obviously it depends on the chemical structure, chemical nature, chemical environment. जिसमें वो given proton है sample. So it depends on the solvent used. That's why जब भी हम NMR किसी sample का दिखाते हैं, किसी proton का, हम mention कर लेते हैं that time. Let's say it is in the deuterated DMSO, do you write it DMSO? और sometimes आप ये देखोगे we write it is CDCl3. Because it is that value is with respect to solvent, because the signal, the nature of the frequency of the sample, it depends on sampling, it depends on the solvent used, or we should say the chemical shift value, it depends on the solvent used. So this was all about the basics of the chemical shift, how we express that. Now we'll go to the scale, जो actually last पे हमने discuss नहीं किया था. So we'll just go to the scale now. So this is our scale. So मैंने कहा we have the intensity, or delta value is assumed to be 0, and this is now we'll understand this is delta basically. So what I will do, now I'll drop this. I'll say it is delta chemical shift, that's in parts per million. तो usually जो scale, जो 1H NMR के लिए scale होती है, 1H NMR अगर हम measurement करते हैं प्रोटॉन का, so you will have scale from almost in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the scale, the usual scale is about 10 ppm. So the usual scale for 1H is about 10 parts per million. यानी जितने भी protons हैं, they will actually absorb. उनका जो delta value है frequency का, that will be around 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Sometimes 12 भी होता है. Usually it is up to 1 to 10. Fine. लेकिन अगर आप कार्बन 13 का देख रहे हो, जो कार्बन एटम्स है उनकी कितने टाइप्स ऑफ कार्बन एटम, उनका वैल्यू ऑफ एब्जॉर्प्शन, सो दैट इज ऑलमोस्ट अराउंड 200. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट. इसका मास भी हायर है देन अदर थिंग्स. एंड जैसे मैंने कहा, द पोजीशन ऑफ वेरियस सिग्नल्स दे आर मेजर्ड with respect to this TMS value. तो जहाँ पे भी वो आएगा, so that is called as the chemical shift. For example, scale is in this side 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. अगर value यहाँ पे आ रहा है, signal यहाँ पे आ रहा है, so this area 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is called as high frequency. It is called, we say signal is downfield, or it's called a high frequency region. When signal is observed here, हम कहते हैं signal is dish-shielded. And we can use dish-shielded. And if signal is observed on towards this side, we say it is upfield in the terminology, or the signal is shielded. So the frequency towards this side, or the peak towards this side, or just be peak a chemical shift value, which means the frequency of absorption actually. When it is this towards this lower frequency side, it's called upfield or shielded. Whereas toward this side, higher frequency side signal, it's called downfield, it's called the shielded signal. Fine. So this is the concept of upfield and the downfield signal. Then there are some more points about the NMR. हमने कल भी ये थोड़ा सा डिस्कस किया था. Again, I am requesting that if you want to understand this lecture completely, please follow the previous lecture and this one. That is the chemical shift in NMR spectroscopy. So हम लोग internal standard use करते हैं TMS. उसमें मैंने बोला था that we arbitrarily fix the chemical shift value as 0. Now why you use TMS? मैंने कहा था because it has large number of protons, they are equivalent protons. Then we can easily remove it from the sample because it's a volatile, it is low boiling point. It is very important, it is not miscible, so that is, it is low boiling point. And it has 12 protons, so there is a sharp peak. This is when called delta value is 0. Then it is not miscible, it is immiscible. It is sorry, जो इसका miscibility is pretty good, क्योंकि ये mix होना चाहिए well with the your compound. So it's miscible because immiscibility creates problem. It is miscible with compound and solvent, with our sample and the solvent used. And then it has a low boiling point, it can be easily removed. A very important, very important factor is that it doesn't involve in any sort of intermolecular association. So it is not involved in any sort of intermolecular association. Intermolecular association. ये ना तो एसोसिएशन किसी मॉलिक्यूल के साथ करता है ना सॉल्वेंट के साथ, तो ये इसका इम्पोर्टेंट जो वैल्यू है. So because of it is 12 number of protons, because of it is silicon present in the center, it's highly electropositive, so it donates the electron density of protons. So because of all these factors, it's highly shielded. Highly shielded means we can say it signals towards this region, so that is we arbitrarily fix its value as 0. The most commonly standard जो है ये यूज होता है. इसके अलावा अगर हमारा सैंपल जो है दैट इज वाटर सॉल्युबल. नाउ सेकंड केस, इफ आवर सैंपल इज वाटर सॉल्युबल. वाटर सॉल्युबल सैंपल के लिए मैंने कहा इस तरह का ही सॉल्वेंट होना चाहिए, रादर दैट द स्टैंडर्ड भी वाटर सॉल्युबल टाइप ही होना चाहिए. सो फॉर वाटर सॉल्युबल सैंपल्स जो हम स्टैंडर्ड यूज करते हैं, दैट स्टैंडर्ड इज मोस्ट कॉमनली दैट इज सोडियम सॉल्ट, और it is sodium salt of this compound, that's 3-trimethyl. So that's sodium salt of 3-trimethylsilyl propane sulfonate. Trimethylsilyl propane you can use this also, and structure अगर उसको दिखाएंगे याद रहता है, एक आइडिया बन जाता है. अदरवाइज वी डोंट रिमेंबर आल्सो, दिस मे बी नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. ट्राइमिथाइल हो गई, फिर देन यू हैव प्रोपेन फ्रेगमेंट, then sulfonate SO3 negative and sodium salt of that. So this is the structure of the compound, the water soluble compound, and this is the standard used when you have water soluble compounds. And so this is all about, in a nutshell, the basics at this level about the chemical shift and the NMR scale used. Okay, last point. Earlier times में हमारे पास delta scale नहीं थी. Last point. हम use कर, there is one more scale sometime you'll see in the books, that's tau scale. The tau scale basically कैसे हम कर सकते हैं? It's basically delta. If I write delta plus tau, that's called 10. So if you have to write the tau, this measurement in terms of tau scale, so you can use tau is equal to 10 minus delta. Earlier time अब ये scale use नहीं होती, usually delta होता है. So that is 10 minus delta. That means this value, this scale will be reversed. So this will become 0, this will become 10 minus 8, that's 2, 10 minus 6, that is the 4, this is 6, this. So this side से higher value आ जाएगा. So that's basically the tau scale, and this is the delta scale. This is about the chemical shift and the measurement. So hope you understood that. This is enough for the day.